So the rib cage, the frontal and the posterior of the lungs, this whole rib cage moves like a harmonium, the fan of the harmonium. So the rib cage is moving like this. The lung is expanding and deflecting inside. So when you are taking the breath in, it moves, expands outward. When you expire the breath out, then it moves inwards. So this is the movement, but the major organ which is running is the diaphragm, right below the rib cage, then the intracostal muscles in the rib cage, and then the trapezius muscles. Same goes if your back muscles are weak, you can't take a deep breath. If your thoracic region muscles are weak, you can't take a deep breath. And if there is pain anywhere as such, whether lumbar or thoracic or the upper back, you cannot take a deep breath. Hence, the importance of doing the yoga asanas is like how much soever I might say, it's still less. The importance of asanas is great. Now, to have a good posture, you need a strong body. For a strong body, you need the asana practice. When you do the asana practice, then only you can sit stable, stationary, immobile. That is, neither your shoulders should move, nor your elbows, nor your wrists, nor your knees, nor your ankles, nor your toes. Nothing should move. Everything should be as still as a mountain. Posture is the first and the foremost thing. Then comes the taking the breath in. So this is a very important practice which I am going to suggest, and that is count while inhaling. So count 1, 2, 3. And then when you exhale, you count double, that is 3 to 6. Usually the breath rate is like 2 seconds in and out. But when you are in rage or anger or anxiety, this gets actually much more faster. In a panic attack, the person is breathing like a dog, a panting dog, who has run and is now panting, is now catching the breath. So if the anxiety is there, if the anger is there, in anxiety the breath gets suspended, which is again very bad. There will be lack of oxygen in the blood. So if somebody has like these bouts of anxieties happening, then if that person just simply changes the rate of breath, their anxiety will go away. So keeping the posture still, 3 to 6. So sit still, spine, neck and head in a 90-degree angle, not moving any part of your body other than your intracostal muscle, diaphragm and the trapezius. Nothing else should be moving. Keeping eyes half open, look at one spot. While looking at that one spot, try not to blink. I'm adding one more masala into it. And then you take in a long deep breath while counting the ratios. So if you are taking for count of 3 in, then out should be 6. If it is 4, then out should be, expiration should be of 8, 5 to 10, 6 to 12, 7 to 14, 8 to 16, 10 to 20, 25 to 50. Depends upon. I would say your target is to reach 1 minute breath in and a full 2 minutes breath out. That should be the target. So you just see where you are standing at the moment. Now it might be just 2-second breath. And that too, because of the bad mind state, it might go into 1 second. And there are pauses coming in between because out of anger or sadness, you suspend the breath. So that creates more carbon dioxide in your blood. And for the gaseous exchange to happen, meaning oxygen is to be received in and the carbon dioxide from the body has to be moved out of the system. It requires a certain period of time, but if your breath is so shallow, this exchange won't happen proper. Hence, you will have less oxygen in the blood. Hence, you will have a hampered body system. It requires at least 2 seconds, but that's not enough. Sadhana is to increase the duration, longevity of the breath. So take it from 3 to 6. Now when you exhale long, then you are waking up your parasympathetic system. But if it is just the breath is like too small and too shallow, then what happens when you inhale this, the sympathetic works. When you exhale, the parasympathetic works. And that's how the auto-respiratory system is supposed to function. But if your breath rate is incorrect, then you will have a very lesser amount of oxygen in the blood, more carbon dioxide. There is a lot of residual air which totally can't be taken out of the lungs. It will always be there. But still we need to work on increasing the duration, the length of your inspiration and expiration. So work from 3 minutes, 3 per breath, exhalation for 6, and do it for at least half an hour. So keeping body still, eyes half open. Because when you fully close your eyes just in the beginning, your mind is just a wandering, hopping monkey. It's just hopping from past to future to this to that and thinking about a million things which are useless. You can't do anything about what's happening in Ukraine or Russia or any state of India. You can't do anything. Nobody's asking your opinion. No politician, no prime minister, no chief minister. But your mind is just bragging and running and commenting and creating a nonsense in your own head. And then you suffer because of that nonsensical thinking. So sit down at least twice a day. Give time to yourself, because this will improve not only your physical health, but it will have a great impact upon your mind. So anybody who has any anxiety attacks or panic attacks should do it like, you are taking some medication pills, that one in the morning, one in the evening. So you do this practice once in the morning, once in the evening. Best is to do it empty stomach. And if you do it in the evening, then do it before eating your meals. Or if you have eaten, then give a space of at least 2 hours. Then sit down and work on your breath rate. So initial part, keep your eyes half open. Soon the mind will begin to calm. Because when your eye pupil stays at one point, it's going to put an impact on the brain, because eyes are the visible part of the brain. Eyes are very much part of the brain. So when we still our eye pupil, it will still the prefrontal brain where the active thinking is happening. That's why I'm saying keeping eyes half opened, doing the Trataka, and inhaling deep long, exhaling double amount deep long. Do it for at least half an hour. And then, in between your day works, in between your chores which you are doing, just remind yourself, am I breathing correct? Because most of the time you are not breathing correct. So if you wish to change the quality of your mind, making it more pure, sattvic, quiet, serene, then work on your breath. The Yoga Shastra says, Chale vate, chale chittam. Whenever the wind moves, the mind moves. So if you balance the wind, if you balance the prana, the mind will get balanced automatically. That's the most powerful statement which a Yogic Rishi has made through this scripture and has given this zillions and zillions dollar worth statement, and can be a beacon in the life of any aspirant who wishes to follow the yogic path. This very thing can be a life transforming technique. So do this twice a day, and in between your works, jobs, duties, cooking, cleaning, shopping, desk job, remind yourself, am I breathing properly or not? Am I sitting erect or not? Is my diaphragm moving properly or not? How to check that, this I will teach some another time. But for now, sitting down for half an hour, put an alarm maybe on your mobile so that you don't keep on checking how much time is gone. Just put an alarm and close your eyes like after half time, at least 5 to 10 minutes, minimum 10 minutes. Keep your eyes half open, do the Trataka, do this exercise, the technique, and then let your eyes be shut. If your mind is still wavery, thinking, very bubbly, open your eyes again. Do the Trataka, still your eye pupil, do the technique. And then eyes, if become droopy and want to close on its own, that's a good cue that now you can close your eyes. The instability of the mind or too much thinking of mind happens because of various reasons: your attachments, your desires, your expectations, your angers, your rages, your possessiveness, your obsessiveness. These are some, wide reasons which makes your mind go crazy. And thinking is like bombardment of thoughts is happening in the mind. You can't just hold your mind directly. You have to learn first to manage, balance, deepen your breath rate. And if you do this 6 months religiously, very diligently, you will see amazing changes coming, because when your breath rate is correct, your parasympathetic system will be very nice. Your mind will be automatically anxiety-free, anger-free, rage-free. And when your sympathetic system is functioning right, you will never have loss of energy in your body. So sympathetic and parasympathetic system, these both have to have a beautiful balance. And when you have a correct balance, then your lymphatic drainage will happen nice. The hormonal system will function beautifully. Your digestive enzymes will get secreted correctly. Your bones, muscles, tendons and ligaments will have enough oxygenated blood, so the stiffness in the body would go away. And the best part is that if you have inflammation in your body, and if you do this kind of breathing, your inflammation will begin to go away, your insulin resistance will begin to decrease, and your whole physical systems, the 6 major systems, will function nicely. No money to be spent, no money is required to do this. It's just your attitude, just your resolve, sitting down, doing the practice, and see how much benefits you get by doing just this particular technique. So all of you who wish to be a good Vedanta student, you have to do this. And if you wish to experience a quietude of mind, what Patanjali says, nirvichara, nirvikara, then this is like a stepping stone, and it will can which will give you a very strong foundation for your all yogic practices. So in the morning, be very particular about your asanas so that it helps you in your breathing exercise, which will finally lead you towards the pranayam. This is not pranayam. This is just a breathing exercise, which can lead you towards a beautiful practice of pranayam. So nobody else but you are responsible of the state of your mind is. Nobody else. आपको मैं ये कह दूं कि ऋषियों के चरणों में बैठ करके जब श्रवण किया जाता था वैदिक काल में कहो या आज के समय में भी जो अच्छे महात्मा है जो उनके चरणों में बैठ करके सुने हैं, और ये सब रिकॉर्डिंग डिवाइसेस जैसे मेरे समय में नहीं थे, और जब तक आए टेप रिकॉर्डर्स तो वो मना करते थे, बोले नहीं, हमारे यहाँ कहते थे तुम जो टेप रिकॉर्डर में रिकॉर्ड करना चाहते हो आपको उस पर भरोसा है कि बाद में सुन लेंगे। आप अभी इस तरह से क्यों नहीं सुन सकते कि जो सुन रहे हो वो सीधे तुम्हारे चित्त में रिकॉर्ड हो जाए? अब वो हुआ है या नहीं हुआ है तो उसका वो परीक्षण भी कर लेते थे कि अचानक कोई ऐसा विषय उन्होंने कोई 10 दिन 5 दिन पहले उठाया था और फिर वो पूछते हैं जरा उत्तर दो इसका। अगर हम उत्तर दे देते हैं तो वो प्रसन्न होते थे कि ठीक सुने हो, तो मतलब मन का गुण ठीक है, तुम अच्छे श्रोता हो। और अगर नहीं उत्तर देवे तो मतलब तुमने जब सुना ही ठीक से नहीं तो याद कहाँ से होगा? समझ आनी चाहिए, और उसके लिए मन का शांत और एकाग्र होना आवश्यक है। पर कैसे? तो शुरुआत जो है वो इस अभ्यास से आप करें, तो जितना श्वसन सदा हुआ होगा उतना ही मन एकाग्र और शांत और ग्रहणशील हो जाता है। आपकी ग्राहकता बढ़ जाती है, आपकी ग्राहकता बढ़ जाती, और ग्राहकता बढ़ गई तो जो सुनोगे वो समझ आ जाएगा, और जो समझ आ जाएगा वो जीवन में आ जाएगा, और वो जीवन में आ गया तो फिर बात ही क्या रह जाती है। तो अब कल से बहुत गंभीरता से इस अभ्यास को आपने करना है। समय आपका, जगह आप चुनिए, पर कम से कम आधा घंटा सुबह, आधा घंटा शाम।